It's Mark with Anatomy of Tone. I wanted to discuss using an EQ pedal. Now, an EQ pedal is a pedal I don't use very often, but when I want to really augment or change the sound of a pedal for creative purposes, and sometimes to fix a problem, then I actually do reach to an EQ pedal, and it could be a wonderful tool. So right now I'm using this Maxon graphic equalizer. I like the Maxon pedals a lot. They're built really well, and they have a great sound. And I'm using this Seeker Electronics fuzz pedal. This is a recreation of an MK1 Tonebender circuit. And Seeker makes really amazing fuzz pedals, and this is a fine example of an MK1. The thing about the MK1s is they tend to be brash and bright, right? And maybe even like a little thin, so to speak. But you might want to get that spitty, kind of chaotic tone, but you want to add more body to it. In this case, I would use the graphic equalizer after it to augment the sound of the Seeker. I'm going to plug in a guitar, give an example of this, but I'm basically going to maybe cut out some of the harsh frequencies and boost some of the frequencies that can make it a bit of a fuller sound. So we're going to check that out now. Okay, now I have an SG Custom with Mercury 1 pickups, some Gemini pickups in it, and I'm running into the Seeker. First we're going to hear it without the EQ, and I'm going to add it I'm always trying to level match, because our ears can trick us to thinking that louder is better. Now, this is great because I really like the character of the Tonebender, but depending on the type of music and just what I was just playing, which is more in the metal genre, you know, the thinner sound of what is naturally a Tonebender wasn't being completely complementary to the genre of music. But now I've adjusted the EQ in a way. I've scooped for this one. I've scooped out some mids here, so. get the tightness of the MK1. That's one of the things that has like a gated, kind of sticky kind of vibe to it. And then you get the advantage of twisting the tonality of this vintage voice pedal into something that's a little bit more modern. One other great thing about having an EQ in your arsenal is that if you end up needing to use backline amps on a gig, and so you end up with an amp that is voiced in a way that is not very flattering to whatever fuzzes you're using, and if fuzzes are a big part of your tone, then having something that you can shift the character to work a little better with the amp could really help you out in those situations.